In this video, I'm going to be giving an honest review on me running an AI agency for 3 months. So I started this back late March, early April. So this is really more like a 4 or 5 month journey, but I want to give like a quarterly review on how this worked. So I made a video on my first month within doing this. Basically, a recap was I started making content. My channel looked like this. We had a decent amount of success. In 2 months, I probably had 10 to 15 calls that were decent quality and I could have closed. In that time, I did end up closing one guy for it was just $1,000. It wasn't that high ticket, but I ended up closing one guy in that time. And then from there, I hit a little bit of a roadblock and I wanted to improve my sales skills. So, a little update on everything that's been going on. Obviously, my 1 month to my 3 months journey. I was really trying to improve my sales side. So, the AI agency is an amazing opportunity, right? People aren't doing this. The content that I'm creating on YouTube is relatively easy to go viral because nobody's making content on this. Really, it's me and maybe one or two other people within my mastermind, or sorry, within the community that I'm in. We call it the AI mastermind. That's why I said mastermind, that are making these types of videos, right? And a couple people have already quit. There's really no competition within that, and because of that, I've had a lot of success on YouTube. Now, I talked about in my last video how I was wanting to get into ads because obviously ads are the outlet where you can spend money and make money back, right? It's not like content where you're making videos with, quote unquote no money spent just in hopes that you'll get clients. For ads, you'll spend something and you'll get something back. And that's the point I wanted to be. And so I started creating ads maybe a month and a half ago. So as I talk now, it's middle of July. So I started the ads like a month ago. And what I did was my mentor, he's really big into ads. He has a lot of experience running ads. He had some example ads from that he was showing the mastermind. And all I did was tweak those. I kept everything the same, but I just switched it for my niche and I posted those. Now, I had a decent amount of success. I was running around $30 a day, so $1,000 per month is what I would have done if I would have ran it for a month. And I had around a 1.5% click-through rate. So if you know anything about ads, a 1% click-through rate is decent, right? If you think of it, 100 people view the ad, one person clicks in, that's not too bad, especially for the way ads are on Facebook. But within that, I think I spent around $100. I had 0 book calls. I think I had around 14 people actually click on my ad, but I had no one book the call. And the reason for this that I found out later was because my funnel was way too weak. I had it set up where they were going to my VSL, then to my booking page, then to my pre-call. And my VSL was very low quality. I made this in the beginning of April when I didn't really know what I was doing, when I wasn't very knowledgeable on this, when I wasn't very confident in just the way I spoke and the way that I'm doing all of this. And it was terrible. And so I asked my mentors and they're like, go right to the calendar. So I tried that for a little bit and then I canceled the ads because my work, it was in a 2 week period throughout the year that we shut down. And so I was working 60-hour weeks, right? I made a video on this prior. I was working 60-hour weeks. There's no way that I could be optimizing and maintaining the efficiency of my ads per day if I had literally less than 1 hour per day to do it. I had to prioritize client fulfillment, like I talked about in my previous video. So I had to prioritize client fulfillment, so I couldn't do it. And so I canceled them for now. And that's when, in that time, two things happened. So number one, I was having a little bit of trouble fulfilling my client that I closed. Now, the way that we worked with it is that he didn't do the typical way that we offer it within the business owner. So how we usually do it is we'll give them the AI caller and we'll give them the AI marketing side of it. So one, the AI caller will answer all their calls and make outbound calls for reminders, for qualifying, stuff like that. And then on the ad side, we'll run the ads for them on Facebook with, proven creatives, proven copy. And then we'll get them those leads and it'll put it through our smart funnel. So it'll put it through that AI caller, it'll put it through our funnel to do that. But the way we did it, it was strictly outbound. So I was getting him leads for solar, and I was calling the leads with a script and hopefully booking them into the calendar. Now, that's a good idea on paper, but I ran into two problems that I didn't think I would run into. So one, the lead quality wasn't the greatest. So I had around 10,000 leads that I got from Texas, homeowners in Texas, filtered down for people that would have been good for solar. But within that, a lot of the people, it was either a wrong number or they didn't call. I had maybe a 5% answer rate. So out of 100 calls I did, only 5 people would answer. Now, I don't know, I'm not that familiar with outbound calling in that sense. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I'm pretty sure that was pretty bad. So that was a little discouraging. And so I ran around 1,000 calls and we got like 1 or 2 people close to booking a call. But within that, there was constant area that I needed to monitor. There was constant area that I needed to test, that I needed to iterate, that I just truly didn't have the time to do. And so, two, what happened in that time is I got an opportunity to work with 2 people within my mastermind or within my community. So one of them is very knowledgeable in ads. He's been running an SMMA, a social media marketing agency. If you don't know what that is, search it up quickly. It's very easy to understand. But he was very knowledgeable in ads and in closing and just everything in between. And I needed help with that. And so him and another guy, he just joins the community. He wanted to do roofing. So we did a partnership where all 3 of us, he would help us with the ad side and the closing side. My other partner, he would run all the ad spend and I would split the ad spend with him. We were running around $2,000 per month. And then within that, he would, again, like I said, help us with closing. Now, a big thing for me and what I talked about in the last video, and I'm actually documenting my journey. If you follow me on Instagram, it'll be in the link in my channel and the link in the description below. I'm doing a day 1 journey all the way up to me building $1 million business online. And so I knew I needed to dive right into sales. And literally what my life has been for the past month and a half after I've ran these ads and I realized, I can't close people if I don't have that experience, right? All the calls that were coming in from my YouTube were good, but I couldn't close them because I didn't have that sales experience. So I've been doing sales with him. I've been running like as many hours a day as I can. On the weekends when I'm home, I'm running easily 6-7 hours a day just on closing. And then when I come home from my work, I'm doing again like another hour. I actually just got off of a sales call. They no-showed, which really sucks. But yeah, so anyways, within the AI agency, again, just kind of reiterating everything back, it's a very good business model. Right now, if you want to make money or if you want to learn the skills necessary for any successful entrepreneur, start an AI agency. You'll do that for 2 main reasons, more like 3 or 4, but one is you learn AI. AI is a skill that's going to be in demand for the foreseeable future, right? AI is what's going to be driving the world. And if you don't think that, then you need to give your head a shake because it's going to change the world. Everything we do is going to be AI. So 1, you learn AI, and 2, you learn all the skills necessary for an entrepreneur. Sales is a skill, a number 1 skill you need. If you can't sell yourself, if you can't talk in a confident manner, if you can't articulate yourself in a way that people will trust you in your product, you're hooped. You're 100% hooped. So you learn sales, huge. You learn funnels. If you want to build your own business, you need to learn funnels, right? You can't just send people a web page and say, book a call with me and my team and have a calendar 90 days out. It's not how it works, right? You have to set it up in ways where it's, curiosity invoking. It maximizes, scarcity. You do it in a way where they're less likely to no-show. Everything like that you learn. And then in addition to that, ads, right? Ads are maybe not as necessary, but not only do you learn ads, but you also learn psychological triggers. You learn hooks. You learn how to grasp people's attention just from a quick second of scroll on social media. That's huge. Attention is the market. Attention is the most valuable currency that we have right now. And you're learning all of those skills. And so back to my AI agency again. In the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've probably had around 10 to 15 calls. They're high quality calls. I say 80% of them are qualified, but we've been unable to close. And that comes down to the sales experience. We had one person book a free trial. So we're going to run some ads for him. If we get him results, which we have a high confidence that we will, he's going to continue working with us. And two, we have another girl who said that she's going to pay. You know, we sent her all the links, we sent her all the onboarding stuff, and she's just waiting. She's talking with her finance manager on her company right now to see if we can go through. But just to set into perspective, in 2 weeks, we've had like 1 or 2 calls a day easily. Today we had 4 calls. Today, Mondays are always more heavy on the calls. We had 4 calls today. We were unable to close any of them. And that only comes down to sales experience. So sales experience is huge. The past 3-4 months, you know, whatever it's been, it's only taught me that, it's taught me a lot of things, but it's primarily taught me that I need to get confident in sales. I need to get adept and knowledgeable in sales. And then from there, all the other things are sort of coming together, and then I can focus on the other things, right? We're already getting a steady amount of leads. Now it's just closing those leads. And from A to B, all we're missing is sales right now. So that's an update on a 3-month journey with my AI agency. You know, everything I've learned, everything that I've been feeling, and obviously the area I'm in right now and the success I've been having. So that's going to wrap it up. Like I said before, I'm posting this journey day by day on my Instagram channel. So make sure to check that out. You know, follow for the journey. If you're an entrepreneur, you respect that. You know, a follow would go a long way. I'm sure you know. And yeah, with that, that's my full 3, you can say 4 to 5 month journey with my AI agency. Make sure to subscribe to follow my journey all the way through this until I make my first $1 million online, which I am. I can promise you right now. If you follow, you will see that. Again, thank you for watching the video. I hope that you crush it with whatever goals you're doing with that. Stay wise.